we had a cabinet meeting today, and there were many items that we have taken up, and I would like to share those items with you. The first was a very simple procedural aspect, or a procedural particular item, which is the Meghalaya Goods and Services Tax Rules, which is a ex post facto approval. Basically what happens is, once the GST Council, which is the apex body for the GST law and the rules, when the amendments are made at that level, all the state governments have to then adapt their own tax rules, GST rules, according to the decisions that were made at the GST Council. So basically there were a large number of rules which had to be amended. These are just procedural aspects. So those were done today. I won't go into nitty-gritties of that, because those are just procedural aspects, some names somewhere, some minor amendments here and there. But it is mandatory. The second was that we have also come up for a proposal where payments of arrears that is there under the Meghalaya Taxation Act, in terms of the VAT and the sales tax that is to be paid by the petroleum and the other petroleum products, basically petrol pumps. As you're aware that in some cases there were some petrol pumps that have not paid the dues that are due to them, and because of financial situations the interest is piling up, and hence to avoid a situation where things just are not resolved in the future and these interests keep piling up, so we have come out with a one-time kind of a settlement program with the different petrol pumps, where we are freezing the interest amount and the principal amount, and then dividing them into equal installments. Depending on the amount that is due, the installments will differ, but the idea being that we are giving an option to the petrol pumps to be able to repay the amounts of the tax that they're supposed to pay, which they have not, some of them amounting to close to 35 crores, and with interest it's about 3 crores more, so about 38 crores is due. And the different petrol pumps, as I said, depending on the amount that is due, the installments, number of installments will be given to them, an option will be given, and we expect that the petrol pumps should accept that this particular proposal. So that was a second decision that was made. The third was regarding a scheme that was initiated and implemented by Government of India, which is a scheme for financial support to poor prisoners. This is basically a scheme of Government of India, and states are supposed to implement it. The financial impact is zero for the state, as the entire amount is paid by Government of India. This is basically meant for BPL, and obviously you have to be a citizen of India, prisoners who are in prison and are not financially strong enough to be able to take up different bails and different procedures and payments to be made, so that they can be free, or they can come out, or they can fight their case in the court. So in all these aspects, there's a program that has come out by Government of India, and all the states are supposed to implement it. We have been preparing this for the last few months, and now we are ready to roll it out. And so this is approval today was given by Cabinet to implement the scheme for financial support to poor prisoners. We also have finalized the approval for the land rates in the new Shillong Township Phase 2 and the Maukunu area, as well as in the in Maukunu area. So the idea is that we have kept certain land which is there for us, then certain area which is there which is free right now. The government has finalized rates for other state departments, central departments, and other private sectors who wish to come in, so that we are able to then generate revenue. So we have built up certain areas, we have got certain investors, and now with the increase in the land premium, we felt it correct that we should set up some kind of a policy and some base rate basis on which we'll be able to then give the land to different agencies. And of course, these are all going to be in terms of long-term lease mostly, and the rates for that have been fixed. So the rate differs from state government to central government to private sector. There are different rates been prescribed, but the main idea being that the cabinet has decided today on fixing those rates. And just to share with you that if these rates all fall into place, there should be quite a large premium that the government will be able to earn back from the long-term lease of these particular land plots. The fourth and fifth decision are similar, which again is very, very crucial. So I'd like to share this with you. Basically, as you're aware, that we have been working very hard for streamlining the entire personnel department and the process of recruitment and the process of promotion. So therefore, today in the cabinet, we have come out with standard operating procedures for conducting exams, declaring results and advertisements and intimation of vacancies to be done, so that the recruitment process is done in a much faster manner. So all the different departments will be asked now to ensure that the vacancies that are there should be intimated within a specific period of time. The MPSC, the DSC or the department selection committees that are there, they will be given a specific time to fill up those vacancies. And obviously the procedures to conduct the examinations have been again narrowed down in some sense, where we have made it much easier and smoother. Declaration of results also will be done in a specific manner. So all of these things, the procedures, standard operating procedures for time-bound recruitment has been finalized by the cabinet today. Similarly, for the department promotion committees also, we have put a timeline and a time frame under which the promotions should be done. Most of the time we see that departments start the process of promotion once the person retires, and then the person who's supposed to come into their place miss out 3, 4, 5 months of their promotion because the process was started a bit late. So in order to ensure that timely promotions are given to people who are obviously eligible and were supposed to get those promotions, we have figured out a process and a standard operating procedure where departments have been asked to do this entire exercise every 6 months, and different processes to be completed way before the person retires, so that when the person does retire, the promotion and the promotee is ready to take the space, so that there is no gap between the retirement of an individual and the promotee to take their space. So both in terms of recruitment as well as in terms of promotion, standard operating procedures have been passed today by the cabinet to be now implemented by the different HODs as well as the different recruitment agencies. We also have amended Rule 7 of the Meghalaya Right to Public Service Rules. Here again, the reason this has been done is because the rules earlier said that there should be, once the acknowledgement of the particular issue is raised, then the time for because as you know, the public service entire policy for right to public service means that in a time-bound manner, individual should get the service. The rules had said that from the day of acknowledging that particular application, from that day the particular date will start. But then the application sometimes, the acknowledgement of the application sometimes was taking a long time. And now, so therefore we have amended the rules and said that acknowledgement has to be done within 7 days of the application being given, so that there is no delay in the overall process. So that amendment was made today. Another important decision that the cabinet took today was the decision to dissolve the Meghalaya State Housing Board and of granting the voluntary retirement scheme to the employees of the Meghalaya Housing Board. As you're aware that this is a long pending decision, and a lot of the employees in the housing board have been requesting that this be done at the earliest. There were some calculations to be made and certain areas to be kind of ironed out. So all those things have been done, and this agenda was brought to the cabinet today, and the cabinet has approved this particular proposal to dissolve the Meghalaya State Housing Board and to grant voluntary retirement scheme to the employees of the Meghalaya State Housing Board.
How many employees, sir?
There are 18 of them. The next agenda was the revision of the guidelines for the Meghalaya Day Awards. So we have made two changes in this. The first is that we have decided to increase the amount of award from 1 lakh to 2 lakhs. As you know that this was done last in 2013. So therefore we feel the amount of 1 lakh may not be significant or sufficient. So we have decided to double it. So now from 1 lakh it will be increased to 2 lakhs. And number two, we have decided to also make the applications now online, which means it doesn't have to be sent through a particular department. Now individuals can recommend other individuals also through an online system, like is done for the Padma Shri and other national awards. We are also now opening it up, broadening the entire process so that more people can recommend names directly through the online system. The last agenda that we have taken up today was the approval for the Meghalaya Public Communication Policy 2024. And I'm sure you all are aware about this also, because there's some consultation was done with the media also. And as you're aware that this policy is pending for a long time, in the sense that the DIPR has not really been able to perform in an optimum manner and be able to do the different responsibilities and activities that a DIPR should be doing. And hence this particular policy will now streamline the entire strategy in which the government to people connect and the government to people communication, the different aspects of having the different infrastructures and different systems in place, small things like having different spokespersons in different departments, important departments, to give immediate information to the press, and all these other aspects are there. I don't think there'll be enough time for me to go through all the provisions of this particular policy, but as I said, it is mainly meant to kind of give a proper direction towards the communication between government and the citizens, and to also increase the overall trust and transparency in the system. And that's why this policy has been brought in, and this policy today was approved by the cabinet.